Well, we got more exciting news. Regarding the Nintendo Switch 2.
What did you say?
That's right, we got more exciting news regarding the Nintendo Switch 2 because it's becoming more prevalent that the system is just freaking amazing, and y'all gonna hate this one. All you Nintendo Switch 2 haters are gonna really hate me on this one. Coming up on CMG, I'm going to go into a good darn video of the Nintendo Switch 2, and we also have other updates on a new game from 2K that has just been revealed, coming in a few weeks, and it's coming, and it's going to be a great version because it ain't going to be that other disaster that we had, but it's going to be a good one. Buckle your seatbelts to sit back and relax, because you know what, I'm about to go in on CMG, so get ready and buckle your seatbelts. Get ready. Coming up on CMG. This is CMG. What is going on, everybody out here in YouTube land? This is CMG, and I'm coming at you with another video, with an exciting video. Oh my freaking God! Oh, you know what it is when you see these, shades, you know I'm about to open up on y'all. I'm about to open up. But first, it's time for watch time for subscribers. We have 64.8% has subscribed, but we also have 35.2 has not subscribed. So if you're enjoying this content, from CMG, all you new subscribers, hit that subscribe button. I want to see 80% has subscribed and about 10% has not subscribed. That's what we want. We want that. We want to keep increasing this because the content is going to get better, and I'm going to elevate the content to new heights.
Goddamn right.
Hit that subscribe button because it won't hurt. Now let's get into this exciting video. In this exciting video, we have the Nintendo Switch 2. And oh boy, the Nintendo Switch 2 is selling out the door. What is going on? What do I mean? Well, as you've seen in all of these things here, you guessed it, the Nintendo Switch 2 has sold. Now, y'all gonna hate me this one. Get ready to dumb this video down before I say dumb this video down. Dumb the goddamn video down, my damn people, my jabronis, because the Nintendo Switch 2 has sold over 5 million Switches in 24 days. Oh my freaking God, it has exploded. We are having an explosion because you know what? The Nintendo Switch 2, despite of all of the hate with the key cards, with the screens, everything else, the Nintendo Switch 2, you Digital Foundry, you don't know what you talk about, it's still continuing to sell with all the freaking fanboys saying they're not going to buy the Switch 2. Well, we have from Reddit, it's saying Nintendo Switch 2 has sold 5 million units in the first month, overtaking the PlayStation 4 as the fastest selling console ever, overtaking the PlayStation 4. Nintendo is back, and they're back with a vengeance. It's been over 20 years when Sony has been ruling the gaming hemisphere.
Hasn't it been long enough?
Nintendo is back, and it has taken over the scene. Also, we have the Nintendo Soup. It said Nintendo Switch 2 appears to have sold 5 million units in its first month. Wow, man. Crazy. That is crazy. This is from NintendoSoup.com. Check them out. We also have the main article as My Nintendo News. Nintendo has now sold over 5 million Nintendo Switch 2 consoles worldwide. Oh my freaking God. The Nintendo Switch 2 has sold over 5 million. Dude, I am not capping here. That is why I have brought all of the articles out there, because there's plenty of articles. It is the surface. Nintendo Switch 2 has destroyed and is taking a bombshell out here. It is going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the greatest sold console of all time.
It's just getting started.
Oh my freaking God. And I'm going to read an article explaining this because I'm not going to spend too much time on this news. We're going to get right into it and let's listen to what it has to say, because you know what? The Nintendo Switch 2, as you saw in the sales, like I was saying, all of the sales of the Switch 2 of the Americas is 1.8 million units, in Japan is 1.7 million units, and Europe is 1.8 million units, and other is 550,000 units. So the Switch 2 is definitely, that looks like 500 million. That's over 500 million. When you add all of those millions together, 500 million.
That's insane.
Over 500 million worldwide. It's selling like crazy. Like, come on, man. When you add all this up, you know what you're gonna get. That's over 500 million. That's a lot. So now let's listen to what it has to say. Let's read the article from My Nintendo News. Listen to what it has to say. Nintendo has revised its sales figures for the Nintendo Switch 2 and has revealed that the system has now surpassed 5 million units sold worldwide, which is an impressive figure. Nintendo has revealed that the console sold the most amount of units in the Americas, which led to sales with approximately 1.8 million units sold. The Americas are followed by Japan with 1.47 million, Europe with 1.18 million, and the other regions at 0.55 million units. For perspective, the original Nintendo Switch console sold 2.74 million units during its first month on sale. Wow. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is freaking going crazy. I mean, why? Why, like I said, why is the Nintendo Switch 2 continuing to sell like this? Think about it. Because the Nintendo Switch 2, it's like you're moving into a new house. That's all it is. The Nintendo Switch 2 is you moving into a new house. You're basically taking all your belongings and moving into a new house. You're leaving your old apartment and going to a furnished apartment. Everything that you have for your Nintendo Switch is going to the Nintendo Switch 2. Bigger and better. Every game runs better on the Switch 2. It's like everything that you have on your Nintendo Switch is on your Nintendo Switch 2. It's the same damn thing. They just upgraded everything. So how you gonna lose?
You can't lose.
You get to play all of your Switch 2 games on the Nintendo Switch 2, and that's why it's selling. And that's why the Nintendo Switch 2 might actually outsell the original Switch if this keeps up right now. I can't cap on this one. It might happen.
I know you heard that.
Hey, I just wanted to get that quick video out there with the Nintendo Switch 2, but I'm not done yet because I got more news in other news. In other news is WWE 2K25 has finally confirmed for Switch 2 alongside release date, update, physical code in the box. So basically this is by Liam Doolin from Nintendo Life. So basically the WWE 25 is looking amazing. As you can see, the gameplay, it is looking freaking amazing. As you see this quick trailer, the gameplay is looking amazing. But what, to be specific and to be sure that the game is looking amazing, check out what I have to say here. What you're going to get, the options is you're going to get the WWE Standard Edition, which is the cheapest version, which is about $69.99 smackers for all platforms, not just the Nintendo Switch 2. You're going to get the WWE Deadman Edition, which is a lot more money, which is about $99.99 smackers. And the most cost is the WWE 2K25, the Bloodline Edition, which is $129 of smackers. So you're going to get all of those editions with everything in between all together with the WWE 2K25 on the Nintendo Switch 2. But this is not it. I have more. Listen to what it has to say, because I'm going to read the updates about this. Listen to what it has to say of all of the features of the Nintendo Switch 2 version of WWE version 2K25. Listen to this. Update Tuesday, June 1st, 2025 as well. There you have it. 2K has been confirmed that the latest edition of its wrestling series WWE 2K25 is landing on Switch 2 at the end of the month. The physical release will apparently be a code in the box, according to Best Buy, though the trailer up includes a game key card disclaimer within it. The eShop listed reveals a hefty 73.2 gigabyte file. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. The game, which originally launched on other consoles back in March, will be landing on the hybrid console on 23rd of July with 3 different editions detailed below. WWE 2K25 is one of the most feature-rich games in the series and includes Bloodline Dynasty, a new story mode that It allows you to relive, change, and create the history of the bloodline. There's also the Island, an online hub which you can challenge other players, complete quests, unlike items, and huge roster of wrestlers, old and new match types and gameplay improvements, a manager mode, a card battle mode, an improved sandbox mode, and a creation suit, among many other things. God damn. So 2K is really enriching this version of the 2K series on the Nintendo Switch 2. They're not messing around with this version of 2K for the Nintendo Switch 2. They're going all out because you know what? 2K18 was a disaster. This game was a disaster. You can see the scores all the way around. It was a disaster.
Damn disaster.
They have not made a damn wrestling game for the Nintendo Switch since that time. It was an all total disaster, and 2K didn't bother with it. Now 2K25, NBA 2K was doing okay, but the wrestling was a total disaster. I remember that time. It was a disaster. Bruh. I made a video years ago about it. A disaster. But this game is rich. And why? And I'm going to say the most important features is the island. Why do I say that? Listen to what it has to say. The island. For the first time in franchise history, step outside the ropes and into the island for the Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. In this immersive WWE themed world, complete quests, take on challenges, compete in live events, and upgrade and customize your My Superstar through multiple storyline chapters. Fight to join the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, at the head of the table in the island. That is the most impressive feature on the system. Why is it the most impressive feature on the system? You should be very excited if you're a Nintendo Switch owner to be getting the island. Why? Listen to this. The island is only, listen to this, I'm gonna say this again. The island is only available for new gen. You heard that, guys. Did you hear that? New gen WWE 2K25 available on the Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Includes optional in-game purchases, including remedies items. It's only available for the next gen version. So basically, the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting the next gen version. That little Nintendo Switch 2, that little system, this little system right here is getting the next gen version. That is serious right there. That is serious business and showcase the power of the Nintendo Switch 2 and the power of DLSS technology and the AI upscaling technology that's within the Nintendo Switch 2. So now basically they can output the game in 540p, 380p, 480p, and have the DLSS do all of the body work. Now they don't have to put too much stress to it. That DLSS is going to do miracles for the Nintendo Switch 2, and a lot of great games is going to look great on the Switch 2. And I'm very excited, and I haven't played a wrestling game in so many years. I don't know when the last time I played a wrestling game, maybe since on the Nintendo 64, since I played a wrestling game. I didn't play a wrestling game. I'm looking to actually pick this up. I may pick this up. So my gamers, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the news I have shared today with the sales of the Nintendo Switch 2 and WWE 2K25 finally here on the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's the next gen version. The game looks fantastic, and boy, you can take all this on the go. Let me know in the comments. And all I have got to say is, everybody out here in YouTube land, and sound off in the goddamn comment section. Tell me what you think about what I had to say today. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe to CMG, and to smash this like button, smash subscribe, hit the notifications if you want more videos like this as you've seen today. I'd like to thank you for all of the support. Thank you for my last video of the Nintendo Switch 2 fiasco and nonsense that I had, and apologize for all of the cursing. That is not like me. I apologize for all of the cursing and all my haters. I apologize for the cursing because I had to let it all out. I had to, but you won't get that too much. But I will still be doing rant videos, but I'm gonna cut the cursing now out. But I hope you say peace, and I got more videos on the way, and I'm excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. And hey, Donkey Kong Bonanza also has shown another release date. It's also shown another trailer, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But I might talk about that in another video. But I got more stuff coming on the way, and I'm say peace and keep it gaming. The Switch 2 is on fire. It's selling out the door, and all you haters cannot stop it. Nintendo's here. They are back, and they are playing with power, superpower. Peace.
Now you're playing with power, superpower.